You have entered the realm of dead air. For the next 2 hours, you will be transported into the world of the strange and the supernatural. You might not feel the need to cleanse your laptops or mobile devices afterwards. But it might not be a bad idea.
I still got to do something about this bright screen. My God, it's blinding. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Dead Air Live on the Dead Air Full Spectrum channel for our Sunday night show, Paranormal Game Night tonight. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. And my name is George Lopez. As always, with me, Mr. Ken DaCosta. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, the thumbs up for the content and a reminder bell for all the different and exciting shows that we have here on the channel. We are simulcast with KGRADB.com, KGRA on Facebook, and looking forward to having some fun tonight. But Debbie Downer, well, I guess if I'm saying it, it'll be Donnie Downer, about hear about Matthew Perry today from Friends, passing away in his early 50s from drowning. I haven't looked up anything more about it throughout today. Ken, have you?
Not particularly, other than sadly he passed, and it was of drowning, but no details. So, obviously, our thoughts go out to his friends, family, and, provided us with a lot of laughs over the years, and sad loss.
What, how long do you think it's going to be before the first conspiracy theory?
For Matthew Perry?
Yeah, somebody drowned him. Somebody deliberately drowned him.
I don't know. I don't think he was that involved in world affairs, but that's just me.
Unbelievable.
Hello.
It makes you wonder, though. Again, it was a swimming pool. Was he out at an ocean somewhere? Was something going on? And so, I'm kind of blown away by it. But yeah, we are looking forward to having some fun tonight. Here's the thing. Ken is on the East Coast of the United States. I am on the East Coast of the United States. Technically, I'm more east because I'm only 5 miles from the beach, and Ken's right in the smack dab middle of Rhode Island, Tiverton. So he's got a little bit more of a distance drive. In any event,
it's not an island, by the way.
Yeah, but if you look on a map, he looks closer. He looks further east. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're tethered to the rest of the continental U.S. We're not actually an island.
But we decided, how are we going to do this game night tonight? Last time we did it with Cody and Satori, and we took turns. But we wanted to test the skills, the knowledge, and the I guess the fortitude, because we already were talking to one of our guests. They're nervous about this test tonight. But yeah, we're putting them on the spot because they're all West Coasters. West Coasterners? West Coasterer. What would you call them?
Roller coasters.
Roller coasterers from the West. And what we're looking to do is basically show them that the East Coast is better. We're better than the West Coast. Every answer we're going to get tonight is going to have something to do with mysticism, so we'll figure it all out. But looking forward to it tonight, Ken. And this was your brainchild tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had nothing better to do. So now we try to do these. I found actually we did one around last Halloween. So going back into the archives, I said, pretty good opportunity to do this. Thinking of bringing back the paranormal couple. They are in Connecticut as we speak, attending the Warrens paranormal conference there. So we're going to let them get some rest after that because they've been very busy lately. Our channel is blowing up and comments are rolling in, and it's well deserved. But they're in a busy stretch right now. So as George said, we thought it would be nice to go to the left coast and bring in some of our friends there, as they will ruthlessly compete against each other for absolutely no valuable prizes tonight, but bragging rights out there among friends.
There will be bloodshed.
Yeah,
No
that's
question about it.
Whoever wins this tonight, that's not going away anytime soon. So we're giving them fodder for, for digs at each other, whatever. But this will be fun tonight. We'd like to do one of these once in a while. That night is tonight. So thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, please. Let's get started, because we've got a lot of different questions, and I need at least. I installed an extremely long laugh track when they get the answer wrong, Ken. So that's going to fill up
good
show also. So why don't you please do the intros?
Okay. First of all, our first contestant is from Plumb Paranormal out in California. She's a friend of the show. She's a friend of yours now. Let's welcome in Cheryl Plumb.
Yay! Oh, I got to put the applause in there too. Hang on.
Take
her off. Take her off. Take her off again.
Okay, yeah. Hang on, Cheryl. We're going to give you a proper introduction.
Okay. Ken, why don't you introduce our wonderful contestants tonight?
Okay, she's from the West Coast. She's a friend of ours.
Take two. Okay.
At some point we had to have her back, and she's just a veritable fountain of knowledge. Welcome from Plumb Paranormal, Cheryl Plumb.
Hi, guys. It's good to be here.
That was wonderful.
Thank you.
All right,
like a
now
nanny cam.
Our next contestant is also from California, but he's coming to us direct from a spooky, haunted castle somewhere on the face of God's green earth. It's Mikey Thompson.
What an audience! What an audience we've got. This is wonderful.
And finally,
here comes the bloodshed.
The legend, the guy who's not to be trifled with. My pick tonight. Vegas odds 5-1 that this guy's going to win, and I get a bundle on him tonight. Don't let me down. Let's bring in Rick McCallum to the show. No pressure.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Riding on you tonight.
Wait a minute. We are 2 days away from Halloween, and you would have expected Mr. McCallum to be geared up. A hockey mask, machete.
Oh, hang on.
It's happening.
Sometimes
y'all are in trouble now.
Dreams come true. What? You go out to the woodshed?
I think he's out of here.
Is it okay if I have a partner? Which, sad to say, is actually me from a movie.
Rick has brought his lifeline tonight. He'll be able to use that at various parts of the show. Where if he starts to talk to that thing, please don't judge. Don't judge anybody here tonight.
Does the studio know? Does the studio know you took that?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, okay.
Because I was very polite. I said to my friend Richard, who was directing, I said, Richard, I want my head. And he goes, why? I said, because I don't want you to have my head. You'll do weird shit with it.
Well,
I had about 7 jokes to that lined up, but this is a family show, so I think that we'll just move on from there.
Knowing this crew, they all know all 7.
Oh. Okay. Well, Mr. DaCosta, as this is your brainchild tonight, sir, if you want to start it off, explain the rules, and how are we going to go about this?
Okay, we have different categories tonight. We have the inventors. Let me see if I can get these up here. We have our categories for tonight are popular culture, the inventors, and finally potpourri.
Okay.
This is pretty much a grab all. Now, you're going to have multiple choice questions for the most part, and you're also going to have some some potpourri. We are going to give you multiple. Somebody get that off of there. Okay, thank you. We're going to give you some multiple choice questions, and later on, we're going to have some graphics. We're going to show you some pictures and ask you to identify what we're putting on the screen. Every correct answer will receive 1 point. You will not be deducted, so that's good. We've got some softballs thrown in there too, and we've got some questions you may have to crunch a little in your mind. You will display your answers on the screen. I've asked everybody to either bring a notepad, a whiteboard, or something. And
No, you can't Google, Rick. You can't Google the answers.
No,
No,
What?
Rick. You cannot Google the
Rick
answers.
using a calculator,
That's
and
like
no,
high tech.
and no peeking in chat either, because I know everybody is going to be throwing their answers out there.
Yeah, hold those
So-
answers until we've got a correct scoring. Okay.
Great.
But
A correct answer will be met with George.
a new car. Oh wait, that's later on. Shoot, I'm sorry.
Oh.
So correct answer will be answered with, and a wrong answer is the dreaded. And that will let you know at that point. Ken and I will both have our hand on the buttons because I don't know the answers to Ken's questions, and vice versa. So we'll work on that. But we're doing this all kind of backwards, Ken, as a game show. First thing we got to do is Rick McCallum. Tell us a little bit about yourself and welcome to the show.
Well, what can I tell you about myself that's worth listening to? I founded the Hollywood Ghost Hunters, so I got a free T-shirt. I hang around with Kane Hodder, who plays Jason in Friday the 13th, and R.A. Mihailov, who played Leatherface in Part 3. I'm also a member of Scottish Paranormal, and I wrote the Paranormal Book of the Year a couple of years ago called Ghosts Believe in Me.
Excellent.
Excellent.
I thought somebody was going to lead. I thought you were going to read, well, I'm a housewife from Reseda, and but that's better.
So
We'll leave
let's
that for
go to
Mikey.
our next contestant, Mikey Thompson.
Well,
Tell us a little about yourself.
Well,
Bachelor number 2. Who are you?
I'm a registered nurse by day, ghost hunter by night. I work in the cardiac cath lab primarily, but then in the evening time, I like to investigate paranormal stuff. And I met Rick McCallum at an event quite a few years back, and I've been attached to his side ever since. He introduced me to Cheryl, and we've just kind of all spread out since then. I've got to meet you two lovely gentlemen from all of this. So I'm just networking and having fun and investigating, and I've got my whiteboard / paper towels and my Sharpie. I'm ready to go. West Coast.
Very nice.
Mikey also, for those who don't know, he dabbles in masonry as well, and that's his latest project behind him right there.
Yes, as a matter of
Looks
fact.
like you got your hands full.
You know, I mean, I knocked it out in about a week, and I can't take credit. That's Balgoni.
Yeah. Oh, so it's not a Lego set.
No,
Okay.
it's the real deal.
All right.
Hey, Mikey, did you happen to catch our show last week? It was a pre-record, but did you see who we had on?
I did not. I'm not going to lie.
If because you're in the nursing field, you may have heard about The Good Nurse, which is a movie on Netflix where we actually had the actual young lady who helped to capture this heinous serial killer that was killing patients in hospitals up in the Northeast region of the United States, Amy Lochran. She was fantastic. So,
Oh, God, yeah.
yeah, be sure to definitely check her out.
Well, I'm working currently as a traveler in Plano, Texas, which they did a little documentary called Dr. Death about Texas. You may have heard about that too, but it's a temporary gig. I'll be out of there in January, but it's I love Texas, and it's hot.
Yeah,
and I've got to do some cool ghost hunting there. So, yeah, very cool.
I think it's an interesting place unless the electricity goes off when you don't have AC or heat.
Yeah.
Correct.
The winter was brutal a few years back. So
Yeah, say the least. And finally, our last contestant, the only female on the panel. And please introduce yourself to everybody, Cheryl Plumb. Tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Plumb. I actually got started, kind of working with these guys through the Dark Zone Network, and it's been a joy ever since. So we've been kind of working with the Spirit Realm Network as well, and because we're working with different companies, I started my website, plumbparanormal.com. So kind of just a hodgepodge of fun stuff and all the shows we get to do with you guys. So we've been able to talk to you a few times and talk about our travels and our ghost hunting. And again, I do finance by day and ghost hunting by night. So my job is definitely not as important, but if you like money, then I am slightly important in that field.
Is it true that Jay Blumke is going to be playing the role of Matthew Perry in the reboot of Friends?
That would probably be a great idea, right?
I mean, pretty close in appearance. They really are. Brothers separated at birth.
You'll have to call his people and see if you can hook that up.
Well, we'll work on that for sure. But Ken, let's turn it back over to you, and however you want to get this going.
Well, we're going to start with popular culture for one. And this is a multiple choice, and we'll ask you to write the letter down, hold it up in sequence. We'll start with Cheryl, we'll go to Rick, we'll go to Mikey. Bill Forte, our producer, is backstage tabulating the results, and at the end of the show, he'll share exactly who gets bragging rights this year. So let's begin with our first question. Okay, our first question is, which was not a host of In Search Of? Is it A, Zachary Quinto, B, William Shatner, C, Leonard Nimoy, or D, Mitch Pileggi?
Which was not.
Zachary Quinto, William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, Mitch Pileggi. Who was not? All right. Everybody ready? Pencils
Not
down.
scared at all.
All right, Cheryl, let's start with who? Who you got? He was not a host of.
Ooh.
Okay, that is incorrect.
Oh.
All right, Rick, who you got? Rick says B, William Shatner. You are correct. And Mikey. I can't read that, Mike.
Can you?
Oh.
Mikey also says William Shatner. So Rick and Mikey, you get the points. Actually, Leonard Nimoy was the first host of In Search Of, and probably the most famous.
I told you.
All right, we're off to a great start here. Let's go to question number 2, popular culture. Which recent movie was based on the events in Enfield Poltergeist case? Is it A, The Conjuring 2, B, Insidious Chapter 3, or C, Sinister 2? Okay. We'll give you about 10 seconds to read it. And
I feel like I need to start drinking. Okay.
So, what do you got, Cheryl? Cheryl has B, Insidious Chapter 3. Rick, your answer. A, The Conjuring 2. And Mikey?
Well,
He picks B, Insidious Chapter 3. The correct answer is A, The Conjuring 2. Another point for
me. Rick's winning. Who had money on Rick? George?
I'm out. I quit. I'm bleeding.
I did. I got a bundle riding on Rick tonight. That's okay. All right. In popular culture, on to our next question here. Which Netflix paranormal drama is based on the 1959 Shirley Jackson novel of the same name? Is it A, The Haunting of Hill House, B, Haunted Hill House, or C, The Hill House Haunting? See what I did there?
These are really clever. Wow, it's hard.
I'm confused.
Okay.
My face
Right.
hurts.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Pencils down. Okay. Cheryl, what do you got for us?
Okay, I'm gonna go with A.
A, The Haunting of Hill House. Rick! Final answer. Rick also has A. And Mikey.
Oh,
Mikey has the symbol for the Masons, I guess. he
Well,
also,
He
the
is a
correct
bricklayer,
answer
Tim.
is A, The Haunting of Hill House. Everyone gets a point there. Congratulations.
Streak broken.
Okay, moving on now to horror, the realm of horror. Something that Rick knows absolutely nothing about. Who did Rolling Stone magazine rate as the best TV horror show of all time? Is it A, Twin Peaks, B, The Twilight Zone, C, The Walking Dead, or D, The X-Files? Rolling Stone magazine rated this as the best TV horror show of all time.
Horror show.
wow. I mean,
Everybody ready?
You want to go with the obvious there, but is it obvious?
I don't know.
I worked on one of them.
I have my Irish national baseball team hat on tonight. I'm sporting.
Very nice.
I coached the team that handed them their first victory on American soil, and then they got me bombed at the Hibernian Club afterwards. All right, pencils down. Is everybody ready? Here we go. What do you got, Cheryl?
I'm going with
Cheryl
C.
picks C, The Walking Dead. Rick, what do you got? B, The Twilight Zone. All good answers. Mikey, how about yourself?
See, I was torn between the two, but I went with the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. The answer actually is they chose Twin Peaks. Points to no one.
Wow.
See, I was trying to go with horror. Okay.
It's Rolling Stone, man. You know,
You know,
Twin Peaks. You know.
Twin Peaks.
All right. Our next question, the final question of this round. What is the highest grossing horror film of all time? Is it A, The Conjuring, B, The Sixth Sense, C, The Exorcist, or D, Stephen King's It?
Ooh.
Wow.
Are you allowed to ask a question about the question?
Judges? The bell means yes. The buzzer means no.
What was the
Can they
question
ask a
again? I was in
question?
chat.
I was wondering, are you allowed to ask? Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No,
You have all the information you need right in front of you.
Okay.
And George will put gag orders on people. I know him.
Oh, goodness.
All right. So everybody's pencils down. Cheryl, we'll start with you. What do you got?
I'm going with The Conjuring.
A, The Conjuring. Rick, what sayest you?
Well, I see dead people, so I'm going to go with B.
B, The Sixth Sense. Mikey.
You know, the question I had was, I can say it now, right? We're locking them in.
No, go ahead. You can ask.
There's different versions of it, right? The original. Okay, fine.
B.
I was thinking about that one too. Oh.
And the correct answer is D, Stephen King's It.
Yes. Boo.
All right. So
I like Andrea Perrin.
everybody, the chat is doing well. Listen, folks in chat, if we don't get your comments up there as we usually do, it's just got a lot of graphics going on, but We see you. Okay.
This
George,
is
why don't we do another multiple question? And now that you got the hang of that, George, do you want to come in and do the inventors for them?
I hope I get this done right. Let's see. Welcome back to the show, and we are going to do a couple of questions here that might stump you. It's going to be predominantly in the category of paranormal. So let's start with this first one here for you guys to read. Here we go. What spooky apparition chilled TV viewers at the coronation of King Charles III as it appeared to walk past the doors of Westminster Abbey? Was it one or A, the Grim Reaper, B, a floating woman, C, a transparent priest, or D, the devil?
okay.
Mikey's going to blow up over there.
This is super stressful.
Okay. Who goes? Cheryl? You ready? Are we locked?
Cheryl, go ahead. Hold it up.
All right, George. I'm going to go with number 3, a
Okay.
priest.
A priest. Rick? Number 3, a priest. And Mikey? 3/2?
No, B or 2. B.
Oh, B or 2. Okay. You got that.
No, that's actually B12. Those are vitamins that.
Those are fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Ken, you got the buzzer and the other one ready?
No, I get them. both.
Okay. Cheryl, your answer is
3.
incorrect.
Dang it.
Rick, your answer is, and Mikey, yours is the Grim Reaper.
What? Oh,
Gotta
Dang,
Google that
y'all
one.
down on that one. Okay.
All right. Let's this is East Coast again, so kind of give me an idea whether or not you guys know anything about this. But second multiple choice. Which of the following ghosts might you encounter at the famous Ancient Ram Inn in Gloucestershire?
Oh.
1, a crying boy. 2, a legless soldier. 3, an accused witch. Or 4, all of the above.
Well, Rick knows this one.
Never been there. But I hope to change that soon.
Cheryl, as soon as you have your answer, hold it up.
I'm ready. I'm going with everything. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure that place is active as you know what.
Okay. Rick. Rick says number 3.
No,
Okay.
no, number 4.
Well, number 4, you went with all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mikey.
I'm
Come
all
on,
in.
Mikey. Yep. Come on. Give it to us, George.
I can't connect to the Wi-Fi.
Cheryl, you, Rick, and Mikey are all wrong.
Oh,
An accused witch.
Wow.
The fix is in.
Okay.
the witch did it.
The witch did it.
Which,
All right, one more multiple choice, and then I'll turn it back over to Ken. Let's go for this one here. You guys should all get the correct answer. I'm sure of it. What is a term for the fear of ghosts? Phantom phobia, phasmophobia, phantalmorphobia, spectrophobia. What is the term for the fear of ghosts? 1, phantom phobia. 2, phasmophobia. 3, phantalmophobia. Or 4, spectrophobia.
I'm awful at this. Okay. ready?
Cheryl, hold up your number, your answer when you're
I'm going
ready.
with number 2, George.
Number 2, Mr. McCallum. Number 4, Thompson.
Oh God, I think it was 2. Phasma.
Okay. Cheryl, Mikey, you are absolutely correct.
Woo!
Boo!
Rick McCallum, you get the buzzer.
I'm ready.
And-
Oh.
all right.
Now that hurt. That really hurt. Thanks, George.
All right. Ken, I'll pass it back over to you. We got some more answers, though, coming up from my side, but I know you've got some as well. So take it over to you, Ken. All yours.
Thank you, Wink. Back to me. Okay. Our next category is going to be the inventors. The inventors.
Okay.
And our first question in that category, who invented Frank's box? Was it A, Frank Zappa, B, Frank Smith, C, Frank Sumption, or D, Frank Welker?
I think it was somebody named Frank.
Frankly,
That's what I'm going with.
Going on a limb. I'm going with Frank did it.
Okay, you can hold up your answer when you are ready. Rick says C, Frank Sumption.
I'm terrible at this.
Cheryl says Frank Welker and Frank Welker. Well, only one of you are right, so that must be Rick. It was Frank Sumption.
Right.
The answer we were looking for was Frank Sumption.
You know, he had a brother named
Unbelievable.
Consumption.
Yeah.
Wah. Where's the rim shot? Give him a rim shot, George. He earned it. He'll be here all week.
Be sure to tip your waitresses and bartenders.
That's right. Try to veal.
I gotta take.
All right. Question number 2 coming up on your screen shortly. Who introduced the K2 meter to the paranormal field? Was
This
it
guy.
A, Francis Stewart, B, Chris Fleming, C, Jason Hawes, or D, John Zaffis? The first time everybody had seen it on TV was what we mean by who introduced the K2 meter to the paranormal field. Was it Francis Stewart, Chris Fleming, Jason Hawes, or John Zaffis? Cheryl, whenever you're ready.
Okay, Ken. I'm going with Jason Hawes.
Okay, Rick, how about you? He also says Jason Hawes.
I like this.
Mikey, C.
I like
You
how this is
are
going.
Absolutely all incorrect.
Oh,
It was actually Chris Fleming on the show Ghost Hunters.
Oh. See, I knew it was Ghost Hunters.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were doing the Omen House. I'm not sure, but it was somewhere out there.
I guess we'll have to go back and watch
Little-
every
little-
episode
little-
now.
little- spun you a little bit of a curveball there.
Okay, there we're.
All right, our next question in the category of inventors. Who invented the SLS camera? Was it Gary Galka, B, Olivia Coslow, C, Bill Chappell, or D, Brian Ning? Okay,
I know, right?
whenever you're ready.
Yeah.
C, C, C. That's a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. It was, in fact, Bill Chappell.
Hey.
Every point for everyone. Round of points for everyone.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Feels amazing.
It does. It feels good. Feels good to get away.
All right,
I like the Raiders.
we're going to talk EVPs here. Something near and dear to all your hearts, I'm sure. Who is credited in recording the first EVP? Was it Thomas Edison, Konstantin's Rodive, Friedrich Jurgensen, or D, Attila von Zasley? Recording the first EVP. As a hint, it was in 1941.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right, Cheryl, give us your best shot.
Well, I had already put it down. It's the only one that I can say. Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. Okay, Rick. A. Thomas Edison. Mikey.
It was on wax.
Well, you are all absolutely wrong. It was actually Attila von Zasle.
That was on the tip of my tongue.
That was my next guess. Yeah.
Go back though. The first.
Actually, totally by accident. Edison had the kind of footprint for the box, but never really received anything. But Attila von Zasle before the other two, who are more famous for doing it in the 50s. And as we like to say here, don't check my work. No, please go ahead and check my work. And finally, in the category of inventors, who invented spirit photography? Was it A. Frederick Hudson, B. Dale Kaczmarek, C. Thomas Edison, or D. William Mumler?
I thought we were friends at some
You've
point.
all seen his most famous picture of Abraham Lincoln standing behind his wife,
Yeah.
Mary Todd. And he was the first to develop, spirit photography. He is from Boston, Massachusetts. Hop, skip, and a jump from me. Okay, are we ready?
Nope.
All right, Cheryl, who you got?
I'm going with D. William Mumler.
D. William Mumler. Rick? Also D. William Mumler. And Mikey. Mikey's going to go with B. Dale Kaczmarek, who, by the way, will be very, very happy you're crediting with that because he's still alive. The answer is actually Boston's own William Mumler. Rick and Cheryl, point for each.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Hey, Mikey.
Right. All right, George, do you got something on the back end for us here? I'll duck out for a little bit.
Yeah, I do. But I have to apologize to all the contestants and the viewers because Ken and I had an extensive conversation today about how are we going to set up this whole question thing, and I did not know we had categories, so I just went with it. And so
Someone told me there would be cake.
I know, but I have two that are true or false coming up, and then I have two with no multiple choice. You either know the answer or you do not.
Ooh, essay?
So yes, this is where it comes really, really interesting. So, okay, let's go ahead with this one here. True or false? There is no general consensus as to what time the witching hour is. True or false? I will take T or F as an answer also. There is no definitive witching hour time. When you have your answers, hold them up. Cheryl? False. False and false. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a hat trick. Oh, yours is true?
Mine's true.
Oh, very good. Okay. Then that we don't have a hat trick. We have one winner, Rick McCallum. It is true. And Ken's not hitting the bell. He's looking through chat right now. Same thing I did earlier, Ken. So that's okay. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. All right, let's do another true false here, and then I've got two really, really tough ones for you guys here. So here we go. The earliest known depiction of a ghost is around 3,500 years old and comes from ancient Babylonia. True or false? The earliest known depiction of a ghost is around 3,500 years old and comes from ancient Babylonia.
Isn't that a rap singer, Babylonia?
Yes, but they stole it. They just hacked it from there. True or false? Cheryl,
I think I'm just going to F everything. It's false.
false. Rick McCallum, true. And Mikey, false.
Come on.
Rick, you're running away with this. It's absolutely true.
Wow.
Yep. Again, he is taking it by
Killing
storm.
us. Experience is key, you know, when you got years of experience. Over
Well, I was alive back then, so I mean,
Your guesser is just amazing.
Man.
Now, this one here is really tough, but everybody knows when you talk about the Conjuring house, there's been so much exposure to it. This one should, but doesn't. But let's see as to whether or not you guys have done your research and you happen to know about this location. Which haunted house has been the site of more than 70 mysterious events since the 1950s, including the haunting that inspired the movie Poltergeist? I'll give you a hint. It's in Seaford, New York. Which haunted house has been... No Googling, Rick. Which haunted house has been the site of more than 70 mysterious events since the 1950s, including the haunting that inspired the movie Poltergeist? That's a tough one, guys.
Oh.
oh, we got to write it down.
If it's okay.
I
Here's my answer.
I'm going to go with. Yeah, I'm going to go with.
That's a tough one.
I don't know. I think we might have. I think I might have to like. I'm gonna go ahead and
surrender on this one. All right.
Yeah,
I didn't expect you guys to get this one. The answer is the Herman House. If you've never heard of it, look it up. It's interesting. It's terrifying, and it's just one of those hidden gems here on the East Coast. All right, I'm going to throw in this last one here before I throw it back to Ken. And this one you might get. This one you might get. At least one of you will get this one. Final question. Janet and Margaret Hodgson made headlines in the 1970s as the primary targets of which famous haunt? If all three of you still don't have an answer, I will give you one clue. Janet and Margaret Hodgson made headlines in the 1970s as the primary targets of which famous haunt? Stump the panel. All right. Here's the hint. It was in England. 1970s, famous poltergeist, England. And these were two young girls.
I'm going with my same answer. No clue.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, this was a tough one. I could have given softballs, and I didn't really get that connection with Ken to find out. But as soon as I say it, you got, oh my goodness, the Enfield poltergeist case.
Oh, right.
I was not going to say that.
That is
that was
tough.
it, and the Warrens for that one too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get any points for knowing that.
I know. I was trying to think.
Nice
of
try, though.
Yeah.
You sure know how to make a girl feel good about herself. You know what I mean, George?
It is tough.
I'm just gonna sniff my marker and see if that.
All right. Ken put some other ones in here. Let me see what he's got.
See?
Wow. We are taking it back.
Yeah.
Way
Now,
back.
Ken, you're going to have to jump in here because the ones that you already read are not deleted, and I don't want to ask the same ones again. So I'll leave it over to you, sir.
I'll get
I
him
got
wrong
it.
twice.
We're going to move on to a whole different category. It's going to be name that haunted location. I'm going to put a picture up,
That's great. You're doing well on that one.
and you are going to tell us what it is
Okay.
that you're seeing.
Okay.
All right. Here's
Okay.
the first one.
Ooh, I know it.
Dum, 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 dum. All right, pencils down. Cheryl, what are we looking at? Cheryl says Waverly Hills. Rick. He says Waverly. Mikey.
Mm.
Will you-
Oh, paper towel.
Everybody wins.
Yay!
Nobody wins unless everybody wins.
Except for the people trying to read what Mikey wrote. Will you get a piece of paper or something for
Yeah, I
God's
don't know.
sake?
It's got some kind of magic Harry Potter cloak or something.
I gotta get one of
Okay.
those.
Our next photo. Name this haunted location. Yes, absolutely, Mikey. You got it.
Okay,
Goes
there
through
it
everything.
is.
I like the drawing, by the way, the little cartoon thing. Yeah, very cool. Adds a nice touch to it.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, next haunted location. What are we looking at here?
Ooh.
That's where I got my first EVP.
Okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I hope so.
Pencils down now. What do you got? We got the Stanley Hotel. Rick, what do you got? The Stanley. Mikey. Stanley with a croquet mallet.
Yes.
The proper instrument, mind
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, we told you, we like, you throw some softballs in here. This might be a little bit tougher.
I like this.
What
game.
is this next location I'm about to show you?
Mm.
I'm ready.
All right, guys, one last look. All right, what do we got, Cheryl?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Rick, what do you got? Okay, Rick says
That's left.
Castle. Mikey,
Okay.
A
A
Castle.
castle. See, we never
Well,
got to go there.
I'm not even gonna-
Wait, I forgot to put the L and the E in the.
Normally, I would give you half a point for drawing the rampart, but we can't do that.
Thank you.
Rick McCallum extends his lead.
Oof.
It is indeed Lep Castle.
We're very familiar with that one,
A
yeah?
place I will never forget, Lep Castle. That was me laying in the car out in front of that place for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. We're going to throw another one at you here. Name this haunted location.
Oh.
Is that
Everybody's busy. Everybody's busy. Everybody's writing.
I got it.
Okay. Cheryl, what are we looking at there?
We're looking at the Lizzie Borden House.
The Lizzie Borden Hoose, as they say in Canada. The Lizzie Borden Hoose. How about you, Rick? Lizzie Borden. Mikey, you taking an axe to this too? What is Lizzie's crib? This is not Jeopardy. You don't have to ask in the form of a question,
okay.
but you get the points every way. Clean sweep around for these people, around the bells. Very, very good. 7 minutes from where I'm sitting right now, the Lizzie Borden house.
Wow.
And finally, name this haunted location.
Oh. Oh, that is. Oh. Oh. Oh.
All righty. Gave you a nice, good look. Cheryl, what do you think we're looking at there?
I am shooting from the rafters, man. Is that just one of the buildings?
Trans-Allegheny. That is an excellent guess, but wrong. Rick,
Just
what do you
looks
got?
spooky.
I punted on second down.
You did. Quick kick. Okay, we've got nothing. And what was my got? Can't read it. Can't read it. Can't read it.
Oh,
Penhurst. Mikey, you nailed it. It's Penhurst Asylum.
oh wow.
Even the
It
broken
cheated.
clock is right twice a day.
He cheated. I know he did.
What?
It absolutely is.
How dare.
All right. So we're going to slow down, take our time here. We're going to come up on break in about 7 minutes. So we're
Let's
going
go
to
to
take
Lizzie
our.
Borden's house.
What's that?
Let's go to Lizzie Borden's house. We can get there in 7 minutes.
In 7. I can get there in 7 minutes, unless you got some kind of a machine that you're not sharing with the rest of us. Let's go on to potpourri here.
Ooh.
Okay, this could be anything and everything. Our question is, which of these definitions best describes a demon? A malevolent spirit, B, a trickster, or C, a non-human entity? Which of these best describes a demon?
Changing my answer. Okay, ready.
Pretty close together. All right, what do we got, Cheryl?
I'm going with a malevolent spirit.
Okay. Rick? C,
No.
non-human
C.
entity.
No.
What is it?
C.
C, a non-human entity. That's what I said. Okay.
Yeah.
Mikey, what do you got? What are you going with? Mikey is A, a malevolent spirit. Well, they're all pretty close, but a demon really isn't a spirit because it never had human form. So Rick is correct. The answer is C, a
That was my-
non-human entity.
I erased it. Oh.
Okay.
I should have studied.
Now we're going to do one more before we're going to get to break early because Bill is going to pop in and tell us where the scores are right now. And we might even entertain a couple of comments here. Okay. Our next question in the category of potpourri: who founded parapsychology as a branch of psychology? Is it A, Barry Taff, B, J.B. Rhine, C, William McDougall, or D, Hans Holzer?
This is a hard pill to swallow there, Ken.
Okay. All right, let's give this a go.
I want to. Okay, ready?
Cheryl, what do you got?
I'm going with C.
William McDougall.
McDougall.
He's going with A,
Mm-hmm.
Barry Taff. Mikey also goes with Barry Taff. Sorry, folks. The answer is B, J.B. Rhine.
Wow, JP.
The Rhine from
All
the
right,
Sorry,
okay,
JB.
along with me.
Yeah,
We
no.
suck.
Sorry,
Rhine
JB.
No, from
Institute.
the famous Rhine Institute at
Yeah.
Duke University, J.B. Rhine.
Yes.
So we're bringing George back in here now, and
Bill's
George,
got the
what's going-
tally at this
Yep.
point in time.
I don't know about those Vegas odds. They're looking pretty good right now, aren't they, Ken?
Ooh,
Pretty
boy.
close.
So Rick has 13.
woo,
Yeah.
lucky
Mikey's in
13.
second. Yep, Mikey's in second with 9.
Oh.
Don't do it to me, Bill. Don't do it to me.
You got 7, but you're still within range. I mean, it's not over. It's only the first half.
So you say I have a chance.
It's a bronze medal. It's a
Okay.
bronze medal, but it's a medal. You can't.
Mikey,
can't go
you
wrong
know,
with that.
Mikey's
We
kind
don't
of
play that.
Mikey's kind of like he's a grand slam away. He's
Yeah.
kind of on the outside. Like Rick has got to, he's peeking back a little bit. Only 4 down. Yeah,
Who's got the underdog? Who's got the underdog?
I don't know. I don't know.
Come on,
I
guys.
like the underdog though.
Yes.
We got a whole nother hour though.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I'm
saying.
Yeah.
I'm sweating.
listen, I'm going to go over some flashcards during the break. You know,
Yeah.
Isn't it something though? I mean, we understand the TV shows and who's on the TV shows and things of that sort, and the mega haunts, but the depth, how much depth there is in history in this field is mind-boggling to try and keep up with. The only reason why Rick's winning is because he's lived through most of it.
That's true. I was around in 3500 AD for that first one.
He was at the Babylon party. They called it the Babylon Bash, and he was there.
I
with them.
want to tell you, I've been around since the Dead Sea was only sick. So I mean, it's I've been around a bit.
He was still alive.
Oh, gee, hang on.
I gotta ask a question. Who came up with these questions? They're tough. I'd be in last, dead last for sure.
thank
Well,
you.
thank you. So I don't feel so bad.
Oh my gosh.
There's some pretty
Wow.
tough ones in there, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You mixed in a couple of softballs. I mean, you know.
I haven't seen any.
7, precisely 7 softballs.
Right.
Ken, how many more questions do you have on the other side of the break? Because I
I
definitely
don't
want to
know.
get some time to just chit chat with these folks too. Talk topics,
Sure,
if you will.
absolutely. We can
Talk
do
shop.
that anytime you'd like. Coming back from the break, we probably want to talk. We have an announcement to make for next week's show,
Yes.
etc., and so forth. So we'll give everybody
I
Getting the
think
paper.
you should have 3 questions.
three
Three?
questions.
Yeah.
One
And,
for
and that's
one,
it.
one for
No,
each of you.
seeing as I'm ahead by 4, I want you to have
Yeah,
3
no one's
questions.
no one's gonna catch up to him then.
Yeah,
Rick
but
is
you
clinched. He's looking to clinch a playoff spot.
make
already.
each question worth 2 points.
Yeah, victory by default. Oh yeah, this what we call
Bonus
it,
round. Bonus
Yeah.
round.
the daily double.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Good, there we
Hey.
go.
I'm feeling a little better. I feel a little lucky.
Okay.
All right, Bill, you're watching too much daytime TV. Okay, guys, we got to go to break here. When we come back on the other side, just 3 minutes away, we'll continue with our paranormal game show tonight and a very special guest, Cheryl Plumb, Rick McCallum, and Mikey Thompson. Stay with us. You're watching Dead Air Live on the Dead Air Full Spectrum channel. We'll be right back.
Hey members, the new KGRA DB app is now available on iOS and Android devices. Gain on-demand access to any KGRA DB programming. Download any show directly to your mobile device to listen or watch on the go. Go to the App Store and search KGRA DB.
As UFO reports come in from around the world, the Mutual UFO Network, MUFON, is there. We continue to explore new cases and build our massive database. We share our information with the world in a number of ways. If you'd like to be part of our investigative team, you are always welcome. What could be more exciting than exploring the UFO question firsthand? Join MUFON, find your friends.
Did you know 75% of Americans are chronically dehydrated? If you struggle with focus, run low on energy, or when it's time to finally sleep, you simply can't, this can all be linked to dehydration, and Fuel Up has the answer. Our proprietary formula contains the finest cellular hydration with the strongest immune-enhancing natural ingredients. The Fuel Up system is made up of 3 different incredibly tasting varieties. Wake kickstarts your day with a jolt of caffeine. Play boosts focus while hydrating your cells. Rest not only helps you relax, but also rejuvenates your cells while you sleep. Here's what our clients have to say.
I really don't miss my coffee, and you can tell the difference.
So I'm gonna take it for the energy. I'm gonna take it for the play. I'm gonna take it, all day.
And it works. That's the thing. It works. We love it.
Take the Fuel Up Challenge now, where we offer a feel the difference money back guarantee. Fuel Up for life.
You're listening to the KGRA Digital Broadcasting Network. We provide unparalleled coverage of trending news in the world of ufology, cryptozoology, and paranormal phenomenon. Whether you're watching our video live stream or listening to one of our audio programs, you are getting the best from world-renowned researchers and hosts, guiding you through topics the mainstream won't touch. Miss one of your favorite programs? No problem. Head over to the members area at kgradb.com for access to our massive library of award-winning content. Make contact, stay connected. Only at kgradb.com.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the second hour of our show. For those of you who joined us tonight,
you're gonna wake Rick up.
They were expecting to see Cody and Satori because you've been seeing them all over social media. They're elsewhere taking care of other things. However, you can always go back here on the channel and see some of their shows. The Paranormal Museum on Thursdays, Paranormal Couple, and also you can go back to last year's Paranormal Game Show where Ken and I matched wits with Cody and Satori. So apologies if you're, a Sam and Colby fan and this is your first time coming over here. This is what you get, me and Ken, and that's
right.
But we'll try to make do. Ken, you said you have an announcement, sir.
Yes, I wanted to let everybody know we put this off a little bit, but next week here, next Sunday, we're bringing in our special guest, Tim Weisberg from Spooky South Coast Radio, who has done or participated in a documentary on the Amityville house. And next week, we're going to get into a deep dive on this in 3 segments. We're going to talk about the killings, the trial, and then the subsequent claims of hauntings at the place. So we're going to try to separate fact from fiction on this and give you, as best we can, an objective viewpoint on this. And, we may not all line up on this, and I'm sure we're going to have questions for each other. But it's something we talked about maybe 3 weeks ago, just briefly with some of our guests, and we thought this is a good idea, and it's a good topic to do this. Also, the anniversary of the killings is only 1 day away from next Sunday. It is actually the following Monday. So it seemed like maybe a good time because you're going to be hearing about anniversaries and things like that. So let's get right out of the gate right away and we'll give you our perspective on it. And so we're going to welcome in Tim Weisberg to talk to us, who we always love to have on the show. Fountain of information, great guy. And I'm sure he's going to straighten our ass out on a lot of things that maybe we don't know about. So next Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Paranormal Channel. Don't miss this one. It's going to be good.
Yeah. Dead Air Full Spectrum. Check it out. Or you can also do youtube.com/@DeadAirNation. So pass that around also on your social media. But welcome back to the show, and welcome back our very special guest tonight, the West Coaster roller coasters, Cheryl Plumb, Mikey Thompson, and Rick McCallum. And happy Halloween to you guys. You got any plans for Halloween? Anything going on, whether it's paranormal or just family? Cheryl?
Unfortunately, I have a match in pool. I have a billiards match that night, so I have prior engagements.
You're on Halloween night. Are you at least playing in costume?
Mm-hmm. We'll see. That's a very good possibility.
How about you, Mikey? What are you doing on this festive holiday Tuesday?
Just working. I mean, back to the grind. Now that I'm an old man, just adulting.
It is, this was the biggest holiday for us as kids, and a big holiday still for us the entire month as paranormal investigators, but we just, nix the candy. We just can't get to that level that we're used to before. Those sugar highs
Right.
not good for whatsoever, except for Rick, because I think Rick's going to outlive all of us. So, plans, Rick? Just looking to scare kids when they come to the door?
I've lived in this place for 30 years and only one kid came by. So
do they know your background? Is that the reason why? Or
yeah,
even
that might be it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna play a monster. I did that for 40 years in movies, so I might just break out the Cinderella dress and go with that.
And how tall are you?
6'4".
That's going to be terrifying for kids more than anything else.
They're going to be able to see right up that skirt.
It terrifies adults too, I would bet.
Now, your weather-wise over there this time of the year is probably indicative of where I am here in Florida, as opposed to Rhode Island, although Rhode Island and the Northeast is still having an Indian summer at this point in time. Not bad at all. What's it normally like this time of the year? You guys still out there with shorts and short-sleeve shirts, or you get a little bit of a cooler temperature?
I mean, I had a T-shirt on today. It was a little windy, though. We're getting those Santa Ana winds.
It's in the 80s all the time here. If it's not, it's in the 90s. So
yeah, you can't beat it. I don't know what anybody else. Like I said, and Mikey talks about Texas, but man, Texas, the last couple of years, all of a sudden out of nowhere, they get this northern winter storm that comes in and just brutalizes the entire state.
Yeah.
And it's unexpected because it's so insanely hot during the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
So that contrast is just too much to even imagine in doing it anywhere else. Even here in Florida, we get down into the 40s and it's 3 layers of clothing weather. It's just too much. But we've got Ken back with us to do the additional questions. And then once we get done with the questions, we'll get into some chit chat about the paranormal. All right, Ken, over to you.
Okay, we are going to get right back into some potpourri here and back into the world of ghosts. Our next question will begin this way. What is it called when an object materializes from one place to another? Is it transmorphation, B, apportation, C, transference, or D, transmigration?
Renee? I'm going D.
Yeah, Cheryl says it's D, transmigration. Mikey, will go to you. We'll go right around and clockwise.
I think it's this.
Mikey's going to go apportation. How about you, Rick?
Where is it? Down at the bottom. D.
Wow, D, transmigration. Mikey, you're going to catch up because it's actually called B, apportation. Very good.
Who says?
Coming up on the outside.
I'm going to need to Google this later.
Okay, we're going to move into the world of cryptids here for a little bit.
Okay.
And the question appearing on your screen, where was the first Sasquatch footprint found? A, a construction site, B, the Himalayas, C, in a junkyard, or D, in British Columbia? The first Sasquatch footprint found. Here's a hint. It was written about in the papers and it was called a Bigfoot. Not very creative, but that
so helpful.
That name has stuck since then. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Where was the first Sasquatch footprint found? Cheryl, where do you think it was found?
Oh, I'm just gonna say I'm going B.
She's going B, in the
What was
Himalayas. Mikey, where'd they find it? He's going D, British Columbia. Rick?
Oh.
Rick's going to go A, a construction site. Rick is absolutely correct.
This guy.
Humboldt, California, it was found in your state by a construction site, and some people said that it has been faked, but that's where they found it, next to a bulldozer. Okay.
Cheryl, Mikey, you're still on a run. I looked at the list. Ken still has 70 more questions.
Yes. But they're
I'm
going to
gonna
be
have to take a nap halfway through.
and
Let's go, Ken.
there are going to be pictures, and if you're like me, you like pictures. Much easier. Our next question is, we all know that EVP is electronic voice phenomena, but what is DVP? Is it demonic voice phenomena, B, direct voice phenomena, or C, a distant voice phenomena? Bonus points if you give me what it's commonly referred to these days. Okay, Cheryl, what do you got?
I got B.
Got B, direct voice phenomena. Mikey? B as well. And Rick? You going with C, distant voice phenomena. It is actually B, direct voice phenomena.
Boo!
How about if does anybody know what we term it these days? Disembodied voice.
Yeah.
See, now I have to put in a a strong objection to this.
Oh, okay. There's an
You got
objection.
two of the best audio people around, and then me.
I was like, I got this. I got this one. I know, but you got everything else, Rick. Give us something.
You're still killed. So I mean, it's tight. We want this tight. We want the tension in the air. It makes for good TV.
Well,
now
Let me tension.
Let me go get my heart pills in.
I'm going to show you 5 more pictures here. These are pictures of prominent people in the paranormal. And I want you to write down, we'll take a last name, which is fine. But I'm going to show you these 5 pictures, and you tell me who it is that we're looking at. Here's the first one.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, God. I think I spelled it wrong. No.
No points off for spelling. We'll take it. Okay, everybody good? Okay, Cheryl, who are we just looking at there?
I can't remember the last name. I can't remember their names.
First name. We'll take whatever. Maybe depending on if George is feeling generous, we might even take what they're attached to. Maybe. Maybe. He's tough.
Be nice. No.
All right, Cheryl, you got anything for us?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, Mikey,
right on the tip of my tongue.
Del Rio.
Yeah.
Amityville.
It wasn't DeFeo, dude. DeFeo.
I think he was the defensive Ronald DeFeo.
DeFeo.
It is actually no points for any of you because it is the Lutz family who moved in there after the DeFeos. That the entire books and the series and the movies were all based on. George and Kathy Lutz.
I'm under so much pressure right now.
We're just talking about Amityville.
I know.
It's the Lutzes, Laurie.
Hey, at least we have the right building.
Yes.
Genius people. Okay, let's move on to our next paranormal character. Tell me who this is.
Dad!
It's a bit stretched.
Who is this while looking at SOB here?
Oh my goodness.
At one point, he was known as the most evil man in the world.
God, I know his name. I know who this is, and I can't think of his name.
Oh, God.
Same.
After their answers, Ken, I want to take a wild guess, too, because...
I think he's got a mirror
sure, you can jump in
at a
on this.
museum.
Okay, are we good?
No.
What the hell is that guy's name? I know it is.
Yeah, you do.
I got it. I just thought of it.
Wait.
Okay.
Shot in the dark, dude. Ready?
Cheryl, who the hell is that weird looking guy?
I mean, I don't do a whole lot of black and white, but let's try Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi. That is probably the opposite.
Oh, shit.
All right, Mikey, who do you think that is? Mikey says Aleister Crowley. Rick? Aleister Crowley. And George, what was your guess?
Same thing.
Same thing. Points for Mikey and Rick. That is Aleister Crowley, the most evil man in the world.
I was just there, by the way, at the Boleskine house.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
haven't seen many. I haven't seen that picture, I don't think, of him.
It says dead air, no video. Are you having any issues with the computer?
Just during the break.
You're all good?
We're good.
Okay.
I'm
all right. Then let's return. Tell me who this is. Okay. Cheryl, take a guess.
I'm so not going to cheat. Nope. I was like, Google image search. Nope, I can't.
Right.
Got nothing.
Mikey, who's that?
God. A young.
Oh, wow.
A young Hans Holzer. Rick, what did you get?
Well, is he right? Because I need to write something down real fast.
Same. Oh my God.
Everybody look the other way. Nothing from there. The answer is Hans Holzer.
Boo.
Wait, did I get it?
Yes, you did.
Oh.
I need to watch way more TV.
TV? It's not TV. The guy is like, he was pre-TV. He was, by the time Hans was on, he was in his later years right now. So, I mean, Hans Holzer, probably the most famous parapsychologist.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Now we're going to delve into something a little bit different. Maybe you wish you watched TV, but who's this?
Ooh. Somebody's writing already, Rick.
There's a hint. There's an actual
and
hint.
I got it figured out, so hush.
There's an actual hint in this photograph somewhere.
There is.
Yeah, I can see the photograph, but
Oh.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm under a rock.
Cheryl, who you got? Nothing?
Nada, man, nada.
Mikey, who's that guy?
It's this guy. Is it him? Is it?
Yes.
Who is
him.
that? Who is that?
It looks like him.
Yes. Hey, ring the bell.
I know.
Baby, ring the bell.
I don't know if there's glasses on it. Rick, what do you say? Rick, absolutely right. That is Bob Lazar.
God.
Wow.
Area 51 guy.
I was catching up.
Unbelievable.
I got a question for you, Ken.
Sure.
Where's the first 50 areas if they're all the way up to 51?
Let's see. There's an Area 52. I know the answer to that, by the way, why they called it Area 51, and it's something really weird and bizarre. I just saw this the other day, but I'm drawing a blank. But there's a reason. I don't know if it's geographical or...
It's kind of like me during this whole show. I'm just drawing a blank.
It was something like that.
You're telling me.
It's not Hans Holzer, so...
Hey, well,
yeah.
Thanks. I'll miss Bob.
And finally, I want you to identify who these people are.
Oh. Dang it.
Okay.
Striking young couple. Cheryl, who's that?
No, wait. Don't say it. Don't say it. Okay. Hold on.
Are you writing a book over there? Jeez, come on.
He's scratching into the side of a cage.
Go. I had to change my answer.
Ready?
Ready, set, go. Ed and Lorraine Warren. Mikey, who do you think it is?
Yeah, it's.
I cannot read that.
Oh my God.
It says
Ed and Lorraine Warren, right?
Yeah.
Ed and Levigny.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's show is sponsored by Bounty. Oh, Betty and Barney. Flintstone. Rubble.
Rick, that was my first answer. Believe it or not, that was my first answer. I had to go back.
It is indeed the Warrens. Ed and Lorraine.
I think I'm catching up to Rick.
I
think that one was worth like 5 points.
I think you're getting there. I'm
coming
right.
for you. I'm
We're
coming.
going to kill a little bit more time. Okay, we are
It's
back.
such a poker face. Such a poker face.
That's poker face. We are back to multiple choice here, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Aaron. what's
Aaron
going on?
Bush.
Aaron working at the Conjuring House. Sorry I'm late. Hey, we started 8 o'clock around here. Like she had nothing to do. No, she was busting her ass there today.
I bet.
She was busting her ass there today. Our next multiple choice question is: which of these words is not present on a Ouija board? Is it goodbye, B, hello, C, yes, or D, no? Which one is not present on a Ouija board? Okay, everybody good? Cheryl, what doesn't a Ouija board say?
Hello.
B, hello, Mikey.
It does not say hello.
Hello. Rick.
Hello. Oh,
I cannot read whatever you want.
There it is.
A, goodbye.
Yep.
It is actually B, hello.
Hello.
I'm doing my best to throw this contest, Mikey. Hurry up.
Rick's taking a dive here. I'm getting killed on the odds. It's like the old joke. What does the Ouija board say? It doesn't say anything. You got to read it. Wow.
Oh, ba-doom.
drum snare. Anybody?
Yeah. All right. Our next question. Which forest in Suffolk, England is the location of one of the most famous UFO incidents of all time? Is it A, the Dunwich Forest, B, the Rendlesham Forest, or C, the Thetford Forest?
Uh-oh, I think Rick's trying to take
Looks
the lead.
excited. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Dunwich, Rendlesham, or Thetford?
Dang it. I think that.
Just do it,
We're
Nike.
good?
Okay,
Just
ready?
do it, Mikey.
Okay. Cheryl, we got.
I'm going with Dunwich. The Dunwich.
Mikey had an A, Dunwich.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Rick's right.
B.
C. Okay.
B. Rendlesham.
It is Rendlesham Forest.
I love this game.
Oh, I was so close.
I knew you would.
I think I'm channeling Mikey by accident. That's why I'm
Okay.
answering this.
Let's get our next question up here. Which of these serial killers did not claim to be under demonic control? A, David Berkowitz, B, Richard Ramirez, C, Jeffrey Dahmer, or D, John Wayne Gacy? Which of them did not claim to be under demonic control?
Wow. It's a fantastic question.
David Berkowitz, of course, is we're referring to Son of Sam.
And you guys should know about Richard Ramirez.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend caught him Remember?
Yeah. Bob's a great guy.
Okay, we're good. All right. So, which one of these was just a sociopath and not possessed, Cheryl?
Wait, can I get the list again? I think I wrote the wrong one.
Berkowitz,
Yeah.
Ramirez,
Yep,
Dahmer,
I wrote one.
Gacy.
I'm going with the Mr. Dahmer.
You're going with Dahmer.
He was just
okay.
hungry.
Mikey, who are you going with? Who's your favorite serial killer?
Oh, wow.
I mean,
I think Dahmer did say a little something. Oh, shoot. What did I pick?
He says B.
Who was
Ramirez?
B? No. Oh, I blew it. Never mind.
Not under demonic control. Rick, what did you say? D. Rick, you're absolutely right. It was John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah.
Jeffrey
I thought he
Dahmer,
first.
when they went into his apartment in Milwaukee, actually found he was building a shrine to Satan. So all of them had something to do with it except Gacy. He was just a psychopath.
Did you guys know that he was a painter? And while he was in prison, he auctioned off all his paintings?
Yeah.
I just saw a lot of them.
One guy bought all of them for $6,000 and then burnt them.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, I saw the famous clown painting, self-portrait he did of himself as a clown, and yeah. Weird guy. All right. Moving along to our next question. What is an object which is placed in the hopes it will be moved by a ghost called? Is it A, an entrapment item, B, a trigger object, or C, a test object? Don't slip and fall on this one now.
Yeah, get those cat balls out there. Watch people start doing body splats everywhere.
Yeah, right. I love it. It's like
My
when one
cat
of them
keeps
goes
taking
off in
mine.
a room, every time one of them goes off in a dark room, I think the cops just pulled up.
Truth.
The man is here. Okay. Cheryl, what's it called?
Trigger object.
B, trigger object. Mikey?
Yeah. What did I put?
C, a test object.
Oh.
All right, Rick, what do you got? B, it is indeed a trigger object.
Yeah.
Come on, Plum.
I don't get to celebrate a lot, but
Go ahead, you can spike the football. That's
That
fine.
question triggered me. I had it.
Okay, next question. What term did businessman Kenneth Arnold coin in 1947? Was it A, unidentified flying object, B, flying saucer, or C, the Greys?
you love to watch me struggle. Okay.
UFO, flying saucer, or the Greys?
Okay. Ready.
We're good?
I'm ready.
Go, Cher.
I'm going B, flying saucer. Come on, big money.
Yeah. Mike, what do you got?
I think B was a reporter, wasn't it?
No, he said C, the Greys.
Yeah.
Rick, what do you got? Flying saucer. It is indeed B, flying saucer.
Oh my
Kenneth
God,
Arnold, when he was flying his plane, said these objects were skipping across the sky like a saucer. They
Starting
were
to feel good,
flying
getting warmed up.
saucers. Yeah. All right, we got a couple more here for you. This is going to be a true or false.
False.
True or false?
Oh.
The show Most Haunted actually preceded Ghost Hunters on TV. The British series Most Haunted was actually on air before Ghost Hunters. True or false? What do you think, Cheryl?
Like I said before, F.
False?
False.
Mikey?
I'm saying false.
Okay. Mike, true or false?
Ghost Hunters was in October of 2004.
Four.
I want to say it's true. They were on before that.
Yeah. Ricky, Rick, what do you think? True. Rick and Mikey, points for you. It actually preceded it by 2 years, 2002.
Wow.
Okay, another true and false question. There is also an Enfield poltergeist case in the United States. True or false? Okay, Cheryl, was there an Enfield poltergeist case also called that in the United States?
I'm sticking to my guns.
F. Cheryl's just saying
I'm going
F everything.
False in it.
Everything. True or false?
I think so. I think there
Mikey
was.
says true. Rick?
I think there was.
What do you think? True. Points for Mikey and Rick, Enfield, Connecticut.
You guys are amazing.
We cheat.
I'm here for the comic relief. I want to make you guys look good. You know what I mean?
Now, I think I've got like 5 of these left, but we can feel free to interrupt whenever we want. Okay, here's the next question. The first university in the country to examine ESP, was it Stanford, Northwestern, USC, or Yale? To actually have a department that studied extrasensory perception.
Oh,
It was in 1911. Okay, we good?
Yeah.
Stanford,
Wow.
Northwestern, USC, or Yale? All right, Cheryl. Who was it?
All right, we're going for it. We're going for USC.
C. SC. Okay, go Trojans. Okay, Mikey, who do you think?
I think it was A. I think it was Stanford.
You think it's Stanford?
Stanford.
Okay. Rick, who you think? Who did it first?
Oh.
He says it was Yale. Mikey, it was Stanford University.
Thank you.
Oh boy.
Thank
Unbelievable.
you.
All right.
Yes, seriously.
So next question. The last 3. Who was hired for Project Blue Book? Was it Stanton Friedman, J. Allen Hynek, Travis Walton, or Jesse Martell? Who was hired on? Now, these are non-military people. It was run by the military, but who was the civilian hired? Was it Friedman, Hynek, Walton, or Jesse Martell?
Wow.
Oh, me.
Don't cheat off my paper. You ready?
I am ready if you're ready.
I'm going A.
You are going Stanton Friedman. Mikey, who was it? Who was the civilian consultant? B. J. Allen Hynek. Rick?
Hynek.
J. Allen
Stop.
Hynek is the correct answer.
You guys. Oh my gosh.
And we're down to our last 2 here.
Woo.
Go back to the world of TV. Where was Zach Bagans' famous demon house located? Was it in A, Illinois, B, Iowa, C, Indiana, or D, Wyoming?
Oh boy.
I actually just
Demon
saw
house
the stairs last
that Zach
weekend.
Bagans purchased and then burned down. And he didn't burn it down. He had it destroyed.
Is it okay, the fact that I tried to buy it?
It's perfectly okay. I did not know that. Damn it.
Really?
I have a story. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, when
Rick
I called
was
up, they
out.
said I even know how much they sold it to him for, but I'm not going to say.
it was like 40,000,
30 is what they told me.
maybe less, right?
Yeah, 30 is what they told me.
Now I'm going to tear it down, but at first I'm going to film a documentary there. All right. What state was it in?
Disrepair.
C.
Yes.
Indiana. Mikey? C. Indiana.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't know this, then where was it?
Over here. There.
C. Indiana. Right? Paper is very scarce in the McCallum. You're gonna be drawing on the walls pretty soon. It is actually Indiana. And finally, we go back into the world of cryptids. Where is the Bigfoot-like creature named the Almas found? Is it A, in Russia, B, in Florida, C, in Tibet, or D, in Hawaii? Where is the Almas found?
Okay.
You've got, different cultures. You've got the Yeti, you've got the Almas, you got the Sasquatch. Where's the Almas found? In which of those 4 places? Do like we did in school. Just go down your paper and spell abacadabra, abacadabra, abacadabra.
Yeah, exactly.
You at least get a 50 on it.
Okay.
Let's do what I did. Sit next to the smart kids.
Yeah. Wicked smart. Okay.
To...
If I was going and look for the Almas, Cheryl, where would I go?
Tibet?
Tibet? Okay,
I'm super sure of myself.
That's a fine answer. Mikey, where would you go?
I'm going to say George's backyard in Florida.
In Florida, that is also an excellent answer. Rick, what do you got? A, you go to Russia. Well, those are all excellent answers. Unfortunately, only one of you is right, and that's Rick.
Oh, dang it.
Somehow I knew that.
Well,
all right. And ladies and gentlemen,
what's the final tally?
Fantastic. And we still have a half an hour to shoot the breeze. So if we want to get Bill in here right now, tell us who the second annual Paranormal Game Night Show winner, champion of 2023. Which of these Californians
wait a minute. I want to
and can rub it in the face of the others.
I want to know loser to winner.
You really want to go that way?
Oh, hell yeah, Bill. Go ahead.
All right. Well,
give it to me. I can handle it, Bill.
Cheryl needs to watch more TV.
I don't watch TV. That's the
I know. That's what you said earlier. So that's what I'm going to go with.
And just so you know,
I hold in my hands the trophy you can take a victory lap with.
Nice.
Mikey, you were doing really good. You were surging, but then all of a sudden the trigger thing happened, and I don't know what happened after that. So
wheels came off.
Rick was on fire with 25.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Rick. Congratulations.
So there you go.
Rick had 25. Mikey had what?
You had 20.
Oh.
And Cheryl,
That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. It's fine. It's great. It's great. I had a great time.
Say 19,
I'll
Bill.
take
Say 19.
Yeah, 19. We'll do it 19.
Congratulations, Rick. Congratulations, Rick.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, not for nothing, but Mikey, Cheryl, I would contest the results of this because you're talking about Ken and Rick being very close to the same age. So they're on the same plane level of thinking.
I know. Looking at those pictures, I was like, who?
Ken, I think if I were you, I'd be offended.
Is there a color photo?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'd like to thank all the people for the questions. Aaron Bush for asking me to do an acceptance speech. I thank my mom for forcing me to go back to the 3rd grade.
I think we should put Rick on the big screen and let him enjoy the spoils of victory. And, to thank all the little people and everybody who made this night necessary.
Yeah. I think we should challenge the current other champions, though, too, right? Should have like a.
I think we won. George, we won that, didn't we?
If I'm not mistaken, we we handed them their asses. Yes,
we handed those young whippersnappers their asses.
You know.
Well, it was fun for a first time, let me tell you.
Take that, whippersnappers.
Yeah. Yeah. We stayed with the black and white pictures, so we
It is
tore 'em
not
up.
my fault that nobody knows, other than Rick, where the footprint of Bigfoot was found on a construction site.
Hey, I think that was Tony, the heavy.
You know, it was
operator.
in here, but again, you guys said it was a test, and I got so nervous. I hate tests.
It's interesting though. It's because again, we have all these different events that go on nationwide, paranormal conventions and stuff, and this is something that's not really brought forth. I mean, half the time people do these lectures at these locations, and people are just more starstruck than they are really listening to the events of what they're experiencing. And to me, again, it's a lot of education what this field provides for us. And there's stuff out there, I'm sure, that we have even forgotten and have to go back to remember. But I think you guys did a heck of a job considering. I mean, there's some tough questions that Ken threw out there. So, and I appreciate it. I really do. That's not bad at all.
No, it was fun. I mean, we can sit here and like we do on a weekly basis and talk about theory and how do you feel about this and what's the scariest place you ever been. But it's good to, guys, at the end of the day, I can speak for all of us. When we do this, we have fun doing it. We enjoy it. We may take what we do seriously, but you start taking yourself seriously and you got a real problem. So.
Yeah,
I might be a little depressed now, but I mean, other than that, I feel great.
Now, if you guys would like
a little story that involved all of us,
please.
And it's one of the funniest things. Mikey and Cheryl and I and other people were in Airth Castle in Scotland. And the guy who let us in to ghost hunt was this guy probably around 30, and he was terrified of ghosts. And Mikey had his DR60 out, and he was replaying, checking to what if he caught anything. And the guy opens the door as Mikey starts to play it, and the recorder goes, "Get out!" And the guy goes, "Okay," and he turned around and closed the door and walked right back out of the room.
We played that video, I think, didn't we? When we talked Scotland on Dead Air, I think we had a video of that one.
That was hilarious. I mean, you couldn't have planned it better.
Great. Oh, amazing.
Now, Ken and I will give you guys a few seconds to come up with it. If you have anything paranormal question, just one for Ken and I to try to solve from each of you. But while we're waiting for you guys to come up with those, we are in that Halloween time frame. We're 2 days away from October 31st, and I think it would be appropriate. And somebody had asked earlier on in the chat if each of the three of you could tell your best paranormal encounter. And I would guess it falls under the category of scary. We all talk about, the difference between being scared and being startled in situations. But whatever one really comes to mind that still to this day makes you ponder your own beliefs in what you're experiencing, and whoever would like to go first.
Fair enough.
Well, that's kind of like asking who you're. I mean, that's tough, but I think for me, I goes back to the beginning with whatever was happening with my daughter back in 2002. Whatever that thing was that she was experiencing, when I finally saw it and experienced it as well, it's probably the most horrifying thing that's ever happened to me. And that's why I'm here today doing it still, because it was so traumatic and so unbelievable, even that I just been looking to try to replicate it, I guess, or figure out what it was. And so for me, it was the original little man that was terrorizing my daughter that started all this back in 2002.
Wow.
Close to home.
Yeah. Ever resolved?
Well, so for her, yes, we actually got rid of it. I got tired of it. And she was afraid to walk down the hallway one night because she saw him down at the end of the hallway, and she was afraid to go down there. So I stormed down the hallway by the bathroom door, and I said, "Where is he? Is he here?" And she's like, "Yes, he's there." And I just started swinging at the air, like grabbing what I thought she was seeing. And I'm, involving her. I'm like, "Do I have it? Is this him? Do I have him?" And she's like, "Yes." And so I just started like fighting it. I mean, at this time I didn't see it. I'm doing this for her, but she was, she believed that I was fighting this thing in the hallway, and I actually took it into the bathroom, went to the bathroom. I called her in there, and I said, "We got to get rid of him. Let's flush him away," because little kids love to flush toilets, right? So it was the only thing I could think of to make her feel like he was gone, and that she had to do it, and she had to be the one to make this happen. So I was, smashing him down in the toilet. I'm like, flush the toilet. And she, like a little kid, just was over there flushing. And she was staring at the water. She's like in this trance. And I looked at her and I said, "Is he gone?" And she said, "Yes, he's gone." And I knew that was it for her. And so, but for me, the questions are still there, and I've never seen anything like that since on an investigation. All this time that I've been doing this and looking for it, I've never. I came close in Allensworth. Rick had an experience when I first met Rick that was similar, but I didn't see what he saw. But I'm still looking. Not to take up all the time. Sorry, I went on.
No, Mikey. I mean, it's a fantastic story, and I equate it to a non-religious exorcism of the house, in a sense. You could even say that this is something that was poltergeist connected to your daughter, and rather than coming in and smudging and doing all these other different practical ways, you did it from a psychological standpoint that helped her to separate from this energy and this entity. I'm entertained by that, not in a funny way, but just from a paranormal perspective. Very unique way of addressing it. Very unique way. Cheryl, do you have a particular memory?
Well, I don't really have a whole lot of scary memories, but we had quite a long discussion, about 3 hours worth, about an investigation we had at the Glen Tavern Inn, where we felt someone was trapped and being held, and having the help of our medium friend Melissa St. Hilaire, the American Witch, being able to help us release this person and have them cross over, and the fact that we were able to get some evidence while all this was going on, and they were sensing and feeling this shift of energy, and just the fact that we would be able to help something, that I think was the thing that's kind of stuck with me the most as of now.
Right.
Because it was just so emotional
and organic.
And so organic, because it was just a friend's,
I'll be back in a minute, guys. There's somebody at my door.
Yeah, sure.
Trick or treat.
Yeah, and Ken, this is a perfect opportunity, Ken, and of course these folks definitely know about it. But Melissa's show right here on Dead Air Full Spectrum, if you want to go ahead and do a quick promo on that.
Yes, all of our dear friend Melissa St. Hilaire, she's close to Rick, Cheryl, Mikey out there. She is doing a new show. We just had the 3rd episode Friday. It's called Secrets of the Craft, where Melissa goes into the greater Los Angeles area, into these different emporiums, and has conversations with people who practice witchcraft, varying levels, varying degrees. And she's introduced us to some of the most interesting characters. And you get to learn a little bit about them as people. And I think it dispels some of the myths. Like a lot of us, they have their eccentricities, which makes them very interesting characters. This last episode introduced us to Pleasant Gaiman, who was called the Rock and Roll Witch. And she's operating out of a nightclub called El Cid. and really fascinating woman to talk to. She's just there's so much about these people, and at the end of every show, sometimes they'll give you a little spell, that you can do on your own and tell you a little bit of things. It's called Secrets of the Craft, and these are things that people don't share very freely, but they will with Melissa because she's wonderful and she's one of them. So strongly suggest every Friday. It's going to be on. We have maybe 3 more episodes to go. I know Melissa is busy as a bee, but she was working on one final one. And so 8 o'clock Eastern on Fridays. So don't miss this because it's a little outside of our comfort zone, but it's good, because we're learning right along with everybody else about these people, their practices, and more importantly, about them as people. Not much different than everybody else. So it's nice to shed some light on this and have a few laughs with these people. That's the thing I found more than anything. These people are hysterical. I mean, they really are. They'll make you laugh. They'll make you think. So 8 p.m. Give Melissa some love.
All the reason to hit that reminder bell. Hit that reminder bell so you guys will be notified when it airs.
And I also want to give some credit to Jackie Blue as well, who's doing a lot of the filming. This is filmed in 4K.
Yeah.
So it's much cooler looking than anything that you're going to see here. You know what I mean?
Rick McCallum, 60 seconds. The most terrifying event that's ever happened to you in Paranormal.
Was
other than tonight,
earlier this year in Scotland at St. Andrews University, where I had rented a dorm room because they rent them out like a hotel room during the summer. And there was only one other person on my floor, all the way at the other end. So I'm like by myself. And I just lay down and I hear a real girl moaning quite loudly. And I thought, well, they're having a lot more fun than I am, right? And I thought, well, wait a minute, there's nobody else up here. And then suddenly, inside my room, I heard the most awful, blood-curdling scream of someone that was being gutted, is the only way to say it. Terrified, extremely painful, just a scream that lasted probably 10 to 12 seconds. And it was horrifying. So the next day I went down and I asked the people, I said, do you ever have anybody say there's screams? And they said, no, never. And I'm like, oh, great. Lucky me.
You were the first.
Hey, I got a question for you about that, Rick. When you heard the scream,
Ken, we got 20 seconds.
Was there an echo that came along with it?
No.
Ah, interesting.
And it was inside my room, the sound. So it was
unreal.
Scary.
Unreal.
Yes.
Well, I, on behalf of Ken DaCosta, I want to thank you guys for joining for this fun tonight and celebrating part of your Halloween month right here on Dead Air. Can't thank you guys enough. We are all out of time here, guys. I want to thank you all for joining us once again. Next week, we delve into the Amityville story, and you definitely don't want to miss that. Again, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget the thumbs up and the reminder bell. Make sure you guys hit that for me. It only takes 2 seconds just below the screen. Make sure you take care of that. Guys, stay with us. Don't hang up. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, happy Halloween, and we'll see you in November. Thank you very much for watching. Good night.